Okay, so we're going to open up how to sell your home for more money. Don't we all want that? Well, I have Vicki Campbell with me, and of course this is Vegas Live with Ninon down here at the Peppermill on the red couch. We all know that. But we don't know anything about Vicki, do we? And the real estate market, as we know, has its ups and downs. I've been in real estate. I won't say when I started because that's going to age me, and I'm 39 and holding, so that's a bit difficult. So I'm just going to say for a long time. Vicki, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Well, absolutely. We want to find out a little bit what's going on in the real estate arena. I mean, it's been a kind of a roller coaster, but I think now it's kind of, it's reached this plateau. Are they going up or coming down or indifferent in Vegas?
Well, in Vegas, so I'm licensed in California and Nevada, and stationed here in Nevada. Still do real estate in San Diego County. But in Vegas, so last year, every single zip code appreciated from 0.1% to 29.8%. Is that crazy? If you had any listings or buyers last year,
so let me ask you a question. So how long have you been in Vegas?
4 years.
4 years.
Yep.
And what is the difference you've seen? Because we went through the 2008 thing.
Of course.
And so we all went through that. So
right.
That's nothing sort of different. So between San Diego doing your real estate there and doing it here, because you've kind of done it in the same kind of time, which one is better, or are neither one?
Well, I'm not sure if better is the right term. Actually, it's just their market in San Diego or in California, has always had its own little bubble. And I could tell that because I've been in business since 2003. So got here in 2015, but didn't get my license until 2017 because I was still managing a ton of properties in San Diego. So so back and forth. So
let's go back into Las Vegas.
Yes.
What is going on in Vegas? Are the prices staying as they are? Or?
Well, they haven't hit the top yet. And what I'm seeing is that anything that's kind of close to the Raider Stadium, the prices are kind of bubbling up. You can see that.
I would imagine they would definitely bubble up.
I've
noticed there's a lot of very tiny sort of one-story bed and breakfast. I don't know what they are. Hotels, very small hotels. I'm thinking to myself, well, didn't they hit that lucky?
Well, people are buying. Commercial folks are buying up all that stuff. But what I've seen just recently, because the market shifted, I want to say in March of this year.
Oh, really? That soon?
It did. I mean, it was busy last year. And then March, it was like, it's like, what's going on? So I'm seeing that in the East, where you've got more of the transitional stuff, that's starting to go up a little bit higher. And then North Las Vegas. So I'm seeing those go up because a lot of people, Nellis and all of that.
Yeah.
But North Las Vegas has done a lot. Their city council has done a lot.
Well, yeah, because North Las Vegas has always been the secondary.
Yep.
It's always been Vegas. I guess they call it South Vegas. I just call it Vegas, which I have for years. And then we have North Las Vegas. And it seems that North Las Vegas was always less expensive, which is great because the people that can't afford, the higher prices, they can buy something really nice there. They have some beautiful homes out there.
Well, and they have been less expensive, but it's starting to again bubble up.
They're bubbling up
now. That's where you're seeing the higher increases
so
there.
Are we going up actually as a whole in real estate? Because I know we have not reached where we were before. It's so funny. I've been in real estate for so long, and this never works, and everybody gets confused with it. They're saying, well, we haven't got to where we were. We never get to where we are at any time. When we never do. It's just that prices sometimes go up or they stay.
Yeah.
But it's funny how they've built this thing in of how much things were in 2007, and we haven't got back there yet. Well, we're not fighting to get back there because that was a time of that time. And that's how real estate is. That's how it works. I don't think people seem to realize that's how it works. And, if we're still fighting to get to where we were, we might never get there. Well, we will get there, but,
Well, I think the nice thing is that all of the lending practices that happened back then with the NINAs, no income, no nothing you have to track as far as income. Stated income where you say, gosh.
You could just buy a house
you
with
could
nothing.
I mean, anybody
nothing
that...
down. You could have nothing down.
Terrible.
It was really bad.
You know, and I have to say, I'm really happy. I want to go back to San Diego for just a second. For all the short sales, I handle a lot of short sales in San Diego. I haven't had any here, but I tell you, I only had one of my clients that I had to do a short sale.
Okay.
Only one, because I'm very conservative. In San Diego, before I left.
Okay.
I haven't done any short sales because the market has switched and there's
Well, a lot
not
of people
as many.
I do you think a lot of you are buying in Vegas? Number one, I don't know if it's the weather, but the price is right.
Price is less.
The prices are much less
Yeah.
here, but the houses are really nice.
They surely are. I mean, you look through all of this, the Las Vegas Valley, and you'll find that there's some good buys out there.
Some
and
great
I've got
buys,
investors
great buys.
that are looking, and they have such a short margin or a small margin, so I haven't. Market has kind of switched a bit, so it's not as good for the investors as it was before. So
You're talking about me.
Well, I mean, if that's
I'm
what
an
you
investor.
did, if you,
I do.
It's hard. It's hard
No,
because
it's not hard. It's
they
easy.
need. Oh, okay.
You know
Then
why
I'm
it's
going to
easy?
take some.
I'm going to tell you why it's easy. If
Yeah.
you buy at the right price, it's easy. Don't
True.
buy it at the wrong price. Don't be. And I always say this: don't be afraid to bargain. Don't be afraid to do anything. And that's what most people are afraid of. People
Yeah.
are afraid of. Well, I can't sort of. That would be insulting. Nothing's insulting when you buy real estate.
Yeah.
If you come in, my husband and I were in real estate for many, 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 many years, but we were more in commercial. But out here it's more residential. It's better residential out here than commercial out here. But let's get back to you. You've got house selling here options during a. Wait, hang on a second. Options during a divorce. I would advise anybody, if they're in a divorce, not to ever buy anything or sell anything.
I've done it. I've actually done it. I'll tell you, it is hard because it's very difficult.
Well, no, you can't, 'cause it's all locked up.
I'm telling you.
When you get a divorce and papers are filed, everything is locked up.
Well,
And I would advise either party who don't want if you don't want your house moved out, if you want your house in a divorce, stay in it.
so I have that. I have this one property where my clients were. This is in San Diego now. So they were selling
why do we keep
short
talking
sales. I know because
Well, no,
San Diego's crazy.
I'm trying to talk about Vegas.
Let's talk
Let's
about
go back
Vegas
to
then.
Vegas.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Been there
I don't
longer
mind.
than this time, so I appreciate
I
that.
don't mind. But you've got another book here. You've got House Selling. That's a divorce one. This is expired. Vicki expired. Formula to sell any home. So you've really got. These are not great big books you won't
Thank
read.
goodness.
These are books with a small print now, but these are books that can really help you. For sale by owner. Oh, I love for sale by owner. That is my favorite.
That's fun.
I love that. So what made you to miss? Okay, selling secrets you can't afford to miss. Okay, I didn't know you sold secrets. I must remember that. I got a lot of them.
Me too.
So
There's
let me.
just
Oh,
tips.
look! I just had my earring fall off. How lovely. I'm now one earring. Anyway, so how do you manage to put all these together and sell so many properties with so many different ways of selling them?
Well, you know what? There is never just one way to do anything. Do real estate. You've been in real estate for a long time, so there is no cookie cutter way to do it. To do this and this and this. Every single transaction
like snowflakes. They're all different.
That's right. But every transaction is different.
Yes.
And I will tell you, you think that you've got a really easy transaction, the next thing you know, there's something that's come up.
Yes.
So what I've done is I've learned from every single one, and I always appreciate when there's one that's actually kind of simple.
Yeah.
But the contract is so many pages, and you've got.
So it's harder now, isn't it?
Oh, it's harder now.
It's hard to get a loan. It's hard to find a house. It's hard. So it makes it very hard for you and very difficult.
You just, you make sure that you know your contract.
Yes.
And then, I can tap into my 17 years of being in real estate.
Oh, wonderful.
I mean, you learn, right? Don't you learn?
Of course, I would hope so. You learn
I would
every
hope
day.
so.
Never
Otherwise,
mind-
you should be out of the business.
Never mind real estate. You should be learning
anything,
in life anyway.
Anything.
Yes,
and
yes.
and all of our stuff changes. Every single year, there's something new that we have to learn, and I'm always educating myself.
No, when what she just said, every year you have to learn, but every year you have to pay a fee to maintain
That
a
is correct.
license as a realtor, and I do believe everything's become very, very expensive
Yes.
and I presume the reason why is because there's so many of you out there.
There's
So
a lot.
Before there wasn't as many of them, and so now you've got a lot of them. So you've got to be really good. You've got to be really good at what you do.
Yes. Well, and then there's about 16,000, may even be more than that, realtors in Las Vegas. I will tell people that I'm one of the 3,000 active full-time realtors.
Good.
That's the way I look at it, and it's my profession. I've been doing it for a long
doing
time,
well?
and I love.
Are you making?
You know what?
How much do you roughly make? Probably should ask this question,
Each
but I can't.
contract. Each
No,
contract?
no, not each. I know how much you make on each contract. 6%, right?
No.
5%, 6%. You make, or
Depends.
3%.
Depends.
Well, it all depends if it's split.
It
You can make
depends.
3% if it's split. You can make 5% if you want to drop it 1%, or you can make 6%.
So you know the commission is not a standard number, right?
No.
It's between the seller and the realtor
yes.
and how they figure it out.
Yeah.
So
But they mostly, that's what it is. That's the norm, what it is. So you must be doing quite well.
I'm
then.
seeing. Well, you know what? I'm just in this market for about a year and a half. I spent 4 months in Virginia doing a flip with my husband, so to get back into it. So I'm working through it. But I'll tell you, I'm using a lot of most of my stuff is referral anyway.
Yeah, of
but
course.
I get a lot of my referrals from my San Diego office. There's 600 and some agents there.
Who did you work for, Sandy?
HomeSmart Realty West.
And who you're working for here?
HomeSmart Encore here.
Oh, same thing. Oh,
Same
so you just got
company.
a transfer.
They're different. Well, it's not. It's a different franchise,
different
but it's the
franchise.
same,
Same concept.
umbrella.
Same
Absolutely.
concept. Yeah, same concept.
So, and I love
if
it.
anybody wants to reach you, how can they reach you?
They can 702-350-3511 and VickiSellsLasVegas.com. You can't miss me, and I'm on Facebook, Vicki Campbell Realtor. That's my business page.
Fabulous. Okay, wonderful. Well, now you've learned a little bit about what's going on in the real estate market in Vegas, and it's a little plateau at the moment, but like anything, real estate goes up. You know, we've got a lot of stuff going on in the world regarding how we're doing whatever we're doing. It's a lot of upheaval.
It is.
But there's always going to be upheaval because everybody thinks different and everybody is different and everybody has that right. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.
Thank you.
Awesome.